Okay, so this is a screen test right here. Walking normal. Now walking in Ninja. Okay, now running. Hello guys, so you guys saw the field test. Now I'm gonna tell you guys something. I think I'm actually gonna return this only because I'm not. I mean, there's some good things and bad things about it. First off, the regular Osmo mountain's better. Like I said in my unboxing when I was giving you a quick review, this part right here is non-removable, which I think is stupid. They could have just sold this as a product to put on top of the other handle in the Osmo, but I guess they wanted to make a little extra money, but it is a very stupid thing that they did. Why? Because if you would have had this on a Z-axis gimbal, you wouldn't have had the up and down motion that you guys were seeing in my practice test. Now, obviously, if you do the Ninja Walk, it's going to be better. I didn't even really attempt much effort in it, and it kind of smoothed things down, so it wasn't that much of a Ninja Walk, but it was, sort of. I didn't put that much effort, but you know, I want to have a Z-axis gimbal, so if I have to give it to a person who did not use, let's say, this before, I would feel comfortable doing that. That's the thing that I don't like about this unit right here. I think it's very expensive for what it does. I think it's very stupid because there's other competitors out there that could do way better, you know, mountains better. The good thing about it is because the other, the Osmo actually uses, you know, the battery life for the camera. You always have to pop out batteries, where this thing will last you much longer because there's no camera. You put it on your cell phone, and if you have like a external adapter, which I did before on one of my shoots like a while back, you will have this for like forever, you know, shooting in about 4 to 6 hours without even having to worry before switching another battery. And I have a lot of batteries because I have it for the other unit. So that's my take on it. I am not a big fan of this at all, actually. I would say this is good for if you're doing, let's say you're going for paranormal investigations and you want to do quick, you know, scenes, you know, little, you know, moving shots, and you don't really care, or you're not doing really extensive moving shots, so you don't have to do a ninja walk and look weird in the streets. You know, something like that, like going to abandoned houses, checking it out, maybe real estate. Even real estate, I don't think, I mean, to see that up and down would look so stupid. But, you know, I mean, you could do the ninja walk and not look weird since you're there alone, hopefully. But that's really who it's geared mostly to. I am not going to recommend this. I give it definitely a 5 out of 10, a 50%. And the only reason I'm giving it a 5 out of 10 is because it is better than handheld. And it is useful for certain situations. I wouldn't say I would use this for any professional shoot, even for weddings, unless you're standing still and going just like that. then it's fine, or little pans, or whatever. Otherwise, just get the Osmo, guys. I mean, the regular Osmo has much more, I would say, modularity. You could take it out. You have a Z-axis gimbal. You could totally pimp it out. You could pimp this out too. Don't get me wrong. You could completely pimp this out. Have like a side thing here and all of that with with microphones. Another plus is that you're not going to have much of the sound, for the fans. But, with an external mic on the other thing, which you need anyway, it's not going to make much of a shit of a difference. This is good, I would say, also, if you want to just toss it in the bag. Like the Osmo, I'm very careful because it includes, the regular Osmo. It includes the camera, and I don't want to destroy the camera, so I have to get a pretty big case where this thing I could just, just lug around with me, throw it in, and put it in my book bag. It's good also for location scouting and things, so it does have its purpose. That's why I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. But in terms of professional use, well, even though you could kind of use it with location scouting for professional use and whatever, I don't recommend it. I mean, granted, your cell phones today probably are better than the standard camera that comes with the Osmo itself. But really, guys, I don't recommend it. I don't know. I recommend getting the other one. Now, if you guys are on a budget and you don't feel like spending $600 on the regular Osmo and, the Z-axis gimbal and everything, it comes out to about $800. I mean, look at my past videos about the Osmo. I have it all lined up for you so you guys could look at all the DJI products and stuff. But this one, I mean, if you're a budget shooter, a student film guy, and you don't have the money to cough up for... I mean, to be honest, I would even use a DSLR over this for sure. But I'm saying you don't have the money to invest in a 3-axis gimbal and you want to do some shots, then yeah, I mean, I would have done this. If I didn't have the money, I would have got this for $300. But $300 is such a big price. I mean, I got it for $200. I found it. My friend actually gave it to me for cheap in Best Buy. But anywhere you guys are gonna look. It's going to cost $300. I think it's pretty expensive. Now, they have knockoffs, ones that are by, I think, ICANN or something or whatever, that you could buy for $200 right now. And it'll do exactly the same shit. It will not be removable. Exactly the same crap, and it'll be fine. Another reason I give it a 5 out of 10 is because I do like, this part where you balance it out, and it's just so easy with this, you're just spinning it around and just, tightening it and whatever. And I don't know, I enjoy that. I think it's it is useful. And it does have its place, not for professional use. I would say the soccer dad or soccer mom that's going out there and just, you're sitting or you're catching some videos. It is better than handheld. But I wouldn't use it for any professional shots. And maybe weddings if you have a guy who's standing there near the ring just going like this. But if you're going to walk after someone. Now, if you have a talent in front of you, you're probably not going to notice much of the up and down anyway. So maybe that's a fine thing. But like I said, I wouldn't use it professionally, especially for movies that I want to pitch or shorts. I want to kind of give it a good feel. And also the up and down motion. I mean, when you're going for, let's say, those shots where it's really high action and whatever, that up and down motion when everything else is stable looks really crappy. So I wouldn't recommend that. For running shots, as you saw when you run, you never notice it. That's why I always show you infield. So you guys see between regular walking, ninja walk, and running. Running, everybody usually says, oh, look, I could run. Or they do slow motion shots until you see how freaking straight this shit is. How amazing and stable it is. It's bullshit. They're doing that purposely because they're trying to market you the item, or they're trying to get views on their fucking YouTube and to appease even the fanboys. I have all DJI products, from the Ronin to everything, to the drones, to the regular Osmo, to this, the 3-axis gimbals and all that stuff. But the thing is, I'm not a fanboy. I give my money to the product and to the people who are innovative, to the people who could benefit me. I'm not, that's why I never got about people who are fanboys. It's nothing to be a fanboy because these companies, all they care about is money. And if you're going to be a fanboy, they're not going to evolve. Like DJI is a great company, but, they suffer from a lot of things like customer service and other things of not delivering. But now they're starting to work on it and doing better. But at the same time, they need critical views and critiques and stuff like that. And if you guys are going to be fanboys and trying to make this look, amazing, as you see in my videos, to all my viewers, I always give honesty. I spent a fortune, so you guys don't have to spend a fortune on it, like the Ronins and all that stuff. But I give you the absolute honesty. If it doesn't work, I tell you straight up it doesn't work. And these fanboys, what they do is they're trying to make the product look good. So what do? They put slow motion shots. So if you the viewers see any videos that have slow motion shots, you know they're trying to hide the wobble and the artificial stabilization done in After Effects or Premiere or whatever they're editing software is. Also, if they run, you know they're covering it up as well, because as you see, when you run, you don't really notice anything. Or if they follow someone, you're gonna know it's, they're trying to hide it. When you do walks like in corridors and shit like that, where I showed you, I like doing that because you see the metal, so then you know if something is going up and down. Otherwise, you don't really notice it. But let's say you're on a shoot and you're doing a shot and you want it to be completely stable and you're filming something, it's going to be really crappy going on and up and down. So this thing has a lot of limitations. Now the other one, the Osmo did too, but then when you put the Z-axis gimbal, even though I do the ninja walk and I could do it all on my own, it's good not to have to do that and just think about my shots instead of my stepping, even though it's kind of natural because I was a Steadicam operator for a long time. But, with the real Steadicams, the heavy crap. But the thing is, when you're doing this, you kind of, the company is saying it can do something when it really can't. You understand? So when they say 3-axis gimbal, it's going to give you stable shots. And if you look at the DJI sites with this thing, the video is crystal clear and stable and all that shit. Mostly is done in slow motion. Even their drones, a lot of their shit is done in slow motion. It's crap. They're trying to hide something. And you don't do that. You're supposed to be really critical so DJI could say, you know what? This guy fucking found me out. And all the people are not buying my product because it's crap. So let me go and make this better. Instead of trying to be a cheap ass and try to make money off the people, let me actually listen to what this moron has to say and make this removable, so then we could just sell it for the Osmo and people will buy this unit. Believe me, people will buy this part for their cell phones to film if it had that kind of modularity where you could take it out and put it on the Osmo and replace the camera, and you have that also as an option, as an accessory. You get what I'm saying? And then you can put it even on the Z-axis gimbal. You're good to go. And the Z-axis gimbal, as I showed you in the real world scenario, is not 100% perfect too. You need to know how to position. You need to know how to fine-tune it. And once you get that done, it's going to be really good. With this thing, it could also operate. And I don't understand why DJI, they just figured, let's just make an entire unit and sell it at 300, because other companies like the Karma now and all these places are making these like Osmo wannabe shits. And, so they're like, you know what, let's do something with the cell phone like ICANN is doing, or Icon, or whatever, ICANN, whatever. So they're trying to get into the market. And then they say, you know what, but they're 200, we got a better name, let's just throw another $100 up on that bitch. That's stupid. It's bullshit. This thing is exactly the same thing, this part right here, as the Osmo. It feels the same. It's exactly the same shit. Why on earth would you have this piece of crap not being not being removable and just being able to do that? Now, the other reason I'm giving it a 5 out of 10, which they could have done with their cameras, and I don't know why they're not doing it with the regular Osmo, unless another firmware will come out soon, or they're going to try to be cheap asses and come out with the next one that does it. This has tracking. The tracking's not that well either. So the tracking is you click on the screen where you want to track, and it's like the Mavic Pro, their drone. It will track you, so you go like this, the camera will move, and it'll give the illusion like someone else is filming you. If you're doing, let's say you put it on a tripod or whatever. The tracking's not that good though. It will lose points really, really quick. The Mavic, I think the Mavic Pro, the drone really does a good job in tracking. This one is not really up to par. So again, guys, it's just, and also I found the software extremely clunky that I used the regular, my regular, camera on the phone on my S7, to produce results. I mean, better results. It's crap. It's really crap. And there's iFilm and all that you could use on the phone, which gives it a better probably look. But it's crap, guys. I mean, this is really what it is. I hope they learn from this video and actually, customers do not buy it. I do not recommend you guys buy this because there's no point to buying this if you have the Osmo. If you don't have the Osmo and you're looking for something cheap and you don't want to invest $600, then go ahead. Buy this baby, you'll be fine. You just have to Know your limits. It's like in the DSLR world when people used to operate it. When they want to use it for professional use, they keep away from places that exhibit moire and aliasing. So, they don't go to brick walls or checkered, dresses and shit. So you need to know your limitations and you need to know how to hide it. So, for example, I wouldn't show anything in the background because then you'll see up and down. I would just follow a person or run or for slow motion shots. Like the way the fanboys are trying to hide it in their videos. So that's basically what it is. I give you guys 100% honesty in my things, and I might not get as many views as the other ones do because they're fanboys, and they, if you like an item and you really want to get it, you don't want to hear a guy bashing the shit out of it because then you're back in square one. But the thing is, I give honesty because I don't want you going out there spending $300 when there's other ones that do exactly the same for $200, like the iCan. So if you're a student film person or whatever, don't use the DJI, use the iCan, $200. So you could get that. You see, so I'm totally honest with you, but I'm telling you what it can do so you guys don't buy it and then say, crap, this thing is garbage. And I don't know, I feel shitty that I even spent money on it. And then I see so many people going on these dumbasses videos and writing, because these dumbass videos are of fanboys, and they write, how did you get this? I got this, and I can't get still shots. And I feel bad every time I read that. So I went ahead and I got this. I said, I know this is going to be crap because I knew it. Doesn't have a Z-axis gimbal, so you're going to get up and downs. That I expected right from the get-go. Okay? And the thing is, the thing that pissed me off is when I got it and I saw that it is non-removable, which I already knew, but I thought maybe I could do some modding, something to remove this. I said, this is crap, and I got it. I said I had to show you all because there was so many people writing, and a lot of people were requesting this for me. That's another thing. If you guys want to request anything, let me know. And I'll do a video, hopefully, whenever I get stuff, I get money together and I buy it. So once I get this shit, then I give you guys honest reviews. As you see, a lot of these people get also paid by DJI or get paid by other things, or like Ultra Sabers for the this. I gave you guys honest reviews. They don't like honesty. What they do is they tell you if you make a video or whatever, you'll be in a raffle to win something. So all these yuppies are making videos of how beautiful it is. When I give you guys honesty about everything, I mean, they make good products. There's no doubt about that. But there are flaws. And I present the flaws, and they're not going to put me obviously on their site because who's going to buy? They hear these flaws, people might not want to buy it. So that's the thing, guys. So I'm letting you guys know the true honesty. 5 out of 10, very lackluster, completely lacking. You could kind of see that the company went from doing something for the average Joe to trying to make a freaking buck, and that's fine. I mean, that's all companies, that's the way they think. But you guys need to be better educated in what you guys are buying before you shell out the cash. So I recommend, if you want, you guys could rent it or go to a shop. But I'm telling you, I showed you guys the stuff. I always give you guys real life reviews, but go out there, check it out, and you guys will see for yourself that it's crap. I mean, on the phone you won't, because it looks all nice and dandy. The second you take it out and put it on big screen, you're going to wish that you never bought this thing. So, I mean, I have it right now. I'm probably going to return it. If I don't return it, they don't take the return, because my friend gave it to me at a really good price of $200. So that is, fine for $200. But if not, I'm just going to use it as my location scout thing, and just toss it in there. And if I ever have kids or whatever, I'll be a soccer dad. I'll follow them with this camera or do some independent crap and work, and I'll be very happy. So obviously it comes with a strap, and the bag that it comes with it suits it enough. You don't need that much banging, and padding and all that shit, because there's not going to be much bang into it anyway, and there's not that many parts in there that I'm worried about, like a camera. So you just close it, you toss it in your backpack, and you're ready to go. This would be probably good also for vacationing and stuff, so you don't have you can use your phone and do that at the same time. Somebody calls you, you can you'll see who calls you. I don't know, whatever. So that's what I recommend. Get it if you absolutely need to, but there's cheaper options out there for $200. But if you could get this for $200, try to look on eBay. Get it anything below $300, because $300 it is not worth it. And if you have the extra money to spend it on the Osmo. It has better modularity. You guys could buy also better cameras for it. The cameras are way too expensive also for the price. Like, I don't see the, I don't know how they justify spending $3,000 on a raw little camera like that when I can get a Blackmagic production camera and save up a little bit more money and get myself a Ronin-X, a Ronin-M or whatever. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, and this is not as intrusive and whatever, but you're never going to get the quality you get from a real fucking camera. It's from a real good camera where you could put all kinds of lenses, not just a few, but you could cover a whole wide range of lenses. So, I mean, it's all up to you. I'd rather use DSLRs than use their crap. But it is good to have RAW and all that. If I had the money to spend $3,000, I'd spend it somewhere else. I would not spend it with that. I've used their cameras and I've compared it to my Blackmagic. Obviously, it's not meant to compare, but obviously the Blackmagic camera is way mountains better, and it has better dynamic range and all of that stuff. But this camera is used as just a tool, and to pay $3,000 for their additional is crap. But it is good to have the Osmo where, you can have the regular camera and it shoots at 4K at low megabits per second. But you could do like a lot of good shit with it. You could film certain things with it or whatever. Now on this one, I also give it a 5 out of 10 because you could go probably to 50 frames. Depends what your 60 frames to 120 frames. Depends what your cell phone camera could do. So if you could do that, I mean, yeah, then it's it's totally worth it for slow motion shots where let's say my big cameras can't do that yet, to go to 120 at 4K or whatever. So it would be cool to have that option. You never know what phones come out next. It might be a good thing. So I give it a 5 out of 10. But otherwise, I would not advise buying this. Even like this, I would spend the money elsewhere. For $200 I would get this. If you can't get it for $200, there's plenty of other people that make the same shit for about $200. So you go ahead and do that, like I can, and all that stuff. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think down below. Like, subscribe, dislike. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.